Bullet Club.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time with us. This is Leanne Presents. I'm Leanne, your host for this video, and I'm joined as always by my co-host Alan. Welcome. We're here today, as you've seen from the title card, with our reactions to AEW's latest pay-per-view, All Out, which took place 20th of September 2025 in Scotiabank Arena in Toronto,
Canada.
If you
I
didn't
don't know how many other Torontos there are in the world, so I thought we'd just cover our bases.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, there's a London in Canada.
Very true.
There's a Swansea in Australia.
Madness.
There's probably a Cardiff somewhere else too.
Most likely.
So,
yeah, so if you haven't seen it yet, we have done our predictions for the show. So we'll put a link somewhere on the screen. You can go check that out if you want to. And as you can imagine, this is going to be spoiler heavy as a reaction video. So if you're planning to watch All Out and haven't yet, go see that first and then come back. Otherwise, stay with us. It's all good. So to start with, let's clear up a little bit of confusion that we had. So there was a buy-in show, I guess, a 0 hour, but it wasn't what we thought it was. It did take place at the same time as the Tailgate Brawl, but it was actually a pre-recorded kind of sum-up, build-up show on YouTube. So we tuned into that and we're like, wait a minute, what's going on?
that's not right.
So the Tailgate Brawl was actually a special edition of Collision rather than a pre-show, but it did happen for those attending All Out. It was the pre-show.
Yeah.
So it's a bit confusing and sort of skewed what we do a little bit because we don't usually include Collision in our predictions and things.
No, we wouldn't because
So,
it's like the day before.
So it's a bit of a grey area. So we will run through very briefly the matches that were on it. We're not going to spend a lot of time because at the end of the day, it wasn't they weren't pay-per-view matches.
No.
They were Collision matches. It was an hour long. I don't know, a bit weird, but that's how they do it. Great. So the first match on that show was Powerhouse Hobbs and Samoa Joe versus the Workhorsemen. Yeah, which is pretty good. That's all right.
Body slam Hobbs.
Body slam Hobbs. Yeah. And that ends with Samoa Joe getting the Kakina clutch. I always get that wrong. On JD Drake, while Hobbs kept Anthony Henry at bay after power slamming him. So Hobbs and Samoa Joe win.
Like multiple.
There were a lot of
oh my god,
it's crazy. I don't know if it's worth looking at our predictions against it, but
we got it right.
We got it right. Good stuff. And then we had Daniel Garcia versus Katsuyori Shibata. So there was another great match. Really enjoyed it. They could have been pay-per-view matches.
Yeah.
I
really don't understand the logic behind not having this as a 0 hour or buy-in or whatever.
Yeah, we nearly had Shibata winning. Garcia was tapping out, but Marina Shafir had the ref distracted, so didn't see it. And then after that, Garcia takes control, gets Shibata in a, what are we calling, a surfboard stomp? It's like he's about to do the surfboard, but slams Shibata into the mat instead, pins him, and Garcia wins that match.
I do think Danny's definitely got a more vicious streak since potentially joining the Death Riders.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got that one correct too.
Lovely. And then we had Hologram and Paragon versus the Frat House. I definitely blinked and missed the finish for this one. It came very quick.
I could not tell you.
I think I just looked down and then looked up and the bell had rung.
So wait, what?
But Hologram pinned Griff Garrison for the win. Another fun match. Ended very suddenly, but what can you do?
No predictions for that one, so.
Yep. And then finally on the special edition of Collision, we had Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, Skye Blue, and Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale, Mina Shirakawa, Queen Aminata, and Harley Cameron in a tornado tailgate brawl. It was fun. They had a lot of props, including a barbecue.
Unexpected weapons, yeah.
Yeah, they used that barbecue in many ways.
Yes.
But that ends with Willow Nightingale hitting Penelope Ford with a powerbomb, I believe it was, and pinning her for a win for that team.
You got that one correct. I had that as my desired result for Team Triangle. So
there we go. So whether we count those in our, because we usually do scores for
I'll figure that out when I'm editing.
Yeah, because it's a grey area. Who knows?
Because it's not part of the pay-per-view.
No.
But if you look on Wikipedia, apparently the matches are included in the match listing. So it's like, what?
It's part of the show for the people who attended, but really not part of the show for people watching from home. So I guess that's the distinction.
Yeah, it's weird.
Bit weird, but it's all good.
Well, no, you could watch it at home because it was on TNT and HBO Max in America.
Yeah, but then it wasn't like you'd have to switch
to
the pay-per-view. I guess if it's on streaming.
Yeah. I think it's probably got something to do with this being the first pay-per-view on HBO Max.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. They're trying to sort of find what works best. But
this did not work best.
Having that on at the same time as this 0 hour on
really
YouTube.
Weird. Really weird.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
We get to the main show though, the show.
The actual show.
Not
the fake show.
Yay. So we got Bryan Danielson on commentary, which is really nice. He's there for the whole show, which is cool. And we start the show off with Adam Copeland and Christian Cage versus FTR. What a match. So much happened in this one. I got too many notes. I don't even know where to start. Okay. I've been typing fast and, autocorrect, so who knows. So we start off Cage and Cope's entrance. Strap in! So they're just walking through like the hallways of the arena and coming across Canadian stars, celebrities, I suppose. One
some
is
sort of hockey
like
player.
Copeland's favorite hockey player. Cage has no interest. And then they come across Bubbles. I don't know who Bubbles is.
Some sort of comedian, I think.
Think so. Again, like Cage just insults him, and then they come across, I don't know if I can say it, Green Bastard, who is Bubbles.
Yeah, in
alter
a
ego.
Superhero kind of shtick.
Yeah, and then Cage does not have anything of it and walks off, but Copeland is very excited. So yeah, that's. I
think I was more on the Christian Cage scale of this bit.
Yeah, it's like I don't know who these people are. Yeah. In Christian Cage's actual entrance, then he has the list of words.
You can't say that one.
I can't say it, but I can imply it.
Yes.
So he has like caring and all this stuff come up, and he now has a hole as one of his words because he is.
Not as in like a hole in the screen, but a hole. Yeah.
Wasn't centered on the screen, but it's all good. Everything is fine. This match then was a barn burner. What a way to open the show. There were a lot of tributes in this one. Copeland. So I guess we can say in WWE, John Cena farewell tour, he's adding in little tributes to people who've inspired him, people who
he's facing
respect.
Sami Zayn a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. He did a tribute to Edge, basically.
Yeah, so he did a spear. Commentary there, they sort of referenced it as
it's with the mannerisms of when Edge would do the spear as well, the tearing of the hair out kind of.
So what feels like in a nod to that, Adam Copeland pays tribute to John Cena by doing a 5-knuckle shuffle, followed by an AA. It's like undisputable that is tribute to
he
John
literally
Cena.
just kind of went.
So it's a bit of a like, I saw it, I respect you as well kind of thing, which is really nice. But there were some other tributes as well. I didn't quite.
There was one that they tried for the Hardys.
Yeah. They tried to go for the.
There was another big one. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, there were a couple. The John Cena one is the most obvious.
I'm pretty sure they hit a 3D as well.
Yeah.
When the camera was just cutting back to them.
It's
like
It was very, very cool. So Adam Copeland nearly pins Dax after a kill switch. But
he hits the kill switch and Cage hits the spear.
Yes. But then Stokely pulls the ref out to break the pin. At which point, our first surprise of the night, Beth Copeland. Beth Copeland comes out, spears Stokely half the way.
Out of his boots, pretty much.
Picks him up and carries him out. So he's no problem anymore.
About time someone took a little goblin away.
Yeah. Beth Copeland looking fierce as ever.
Yep.
love to see her. It's great. Following that, FTR use the ring bell and they go on the offensive. They hit multiple shatter machines. Christian Cage gets back up to cause a distraction, allowing Cope to hit spear on Cash Wheeler. Cage then holds Dax back, and Cope gets the pin.
Boom.
On Cash.
Boom.
So yeah, Cage and Cope and Cage win.
Cope and Cage and Cope, yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
You had some fallout from the end of the match, or do you want to go with our predictions first?
We predicted Cope and Cage to win, so.
Way amazing. So after the match ends, we have Mother Wayne and Nick Wayne come out to the top of the ramp. Nick Wayne's in a wheelchair because of his injury, but it's distraction enough for FTR and Kip Sabian to attack Cope and Cage from behind. They handcuff Cope to the ropes, and then out comes...
Cope to the rope.
Yep. Beth comes back out to try and get him out somehow without a key.
No, she was already there because she was celebrating.
Oh, she had come back out earlier. My apologies. She has a really good go at fighting off FTR, but gets hit with a spike pile driver.
But yeah, there was a chant which I can't repeat here towards FTR. You sick.
Yeah. But put up a good fight. Then they get them out. They get them out.
This is not over, not by a long
No,
shot.
Not at all. I mean,
does this mean now we're going to somehow get to see Beth Copeland versus Stokely Hathaway?
Maybe. He hasn't got a chance.
No.
He hasn't got a chance at all. No way. But yeah, what a great match. What a great start.
It really was.
And this sort of sets things up for the rest of the show. You know, it's going to be a great one. Right? Absolutely. Our next match then, unless you've got anything else you want to go for that.
Nope.
Eddie Kingston versus Big Bill. There you go. So this is the one where we haven't seen Eddie Kingston for, I think it's 16 months? 16 months.
Yeah.
Big Bill's been calling him out, but kind of making moves that he didn't think he was going to show up. But he does. Eddie Kingston's back and hasn't changed a bit, which is, I think, a good thing. I
think last time we saw him on a vignette, he had a bigger beard, so he's obviously shaved that back off.
Back to how he was before. I didn't find this match, like, I think it had a lot to live up to from the match before. There's definitely some ring rust with Eddie Kingston.
I think so, yeah. Something fell off.
It was absolutely wonderful to see him back, and this match served the purpose that it meant to, but not quite to the high standards that I think Eddie would have wanted for himself.
He's probably kicking himself a little bit.
Probably, but he's got time to build that back up. And, you know, it's like coming back for a pay-per-view match as your first match back after that long. It's huge pressure. I can't imagine what was going through his head going into that match. And Big Bill is not a person to be trifled with.
No.
Against that massive man, it's probably going to be a tricky one to get right first time. We had quite a bit of action, though. We had Big Bill trying to attack Kingston in the corner. Kingston moves out of the way. And this is with the turnbuckle. No, the turnbuckle wasn't exposed, but Bill, because he's so tall, hits the
corner post.
Yes. And following that, Kingston's able to hit a back fist. I think he tried a couple times to get the back fist.
Yeah, he tried it a few times.
It got countered because it's sort of his signature move.
Yeah, and Bill's obviously so big, it's hard to, you know.
But this one hits, and Kingston is able to pin Bill to win.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was a bad match,
no.
But something definitely fell off. As you say, I think there's a bit of ring rust there. That's all I really got, to be honest. I was hoping this would be better, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. You can't always... You can train so much to come back, but sometimes it's just...
You get in front of 20,000 people, and then it's like, uh-oh.
But it's great to see him back.
Look forward to seeing what happens going forward now.
Absolutely.
In terms of predictions, we both predicted Eddie to win, and we both got that correct.
Yay. Following the match, Brian Keith attacks Eddie Kingston. The lights then go out, and Hook comes out.
Better send the Hook signal.
Send Hook. So he helps to defend Eddie Kingston, takes out Big Bill and Brian Keith. and then you get a hug from Hook and Kingston, and then you go off together, arm in arm.
Did you say Hook smiled as well at some
Hook
point?
smiled.
Yeah, like what the hell's going on?
Madness.
And then I'm like, so Hook, when we saw him, he was saying that he was pretty much done with Joe and the Ops, but he might want to run with the new crew.
Yeah. And both Hook and Kingston are from New York.
So they're going to just call themselves the New Yorkers, or the Yorkers, or the News, or I don't know.
They'll have something. There'll be some clever.
The NYB, the New York Brawlers, right?
Yeah. Or just Hook and Kingston.
Kingston and Hook.
Yeah, I don't think it rings the same.
Eddie Hook.
Eddie Hook.
Hook and Eddie.
Sounds like a cartoon or something.
It kind of does, doesn't
it?
Yeah. Okay, go on.
Yeah, awesome. Our next match then, bringing in some gimmicks. So you've got Mark Briscoe versus MJF in a tables and tacks match.
Hey Dan, how many tacks is too many?
Probably this many.
I've put not enough.
Not enough tacks?
Not that amount long.
Not that amount. I'd say maybe 1 bucket is enough tacks. They had 3 buckets.
For this match, I think it was just the right amount.
I think, yeah. Yeah, they made it work. So even before, I guess the bell rings, MJF gets scared and leaves the ring. And then Mark Briscoe...
Is that before or after Briscoe puts all the tacks down?
Well, MJF's on the outside when Briscoe puts the tacks down. So there's 3 buckets in the ring and he just empties them out to cover the ring.
It almost looks like he's trying to do like a square.
It did, and then he fills it in, I guess.
And then he fills it in.
You definitely have MJF sort of trying to duck out, but Briscoe brings him back. And yeah, there's a lot of attacks. Briscoe does take the first dive in.
Yeah.
With MJF rubbing his forehead into the tacks. So you got Briscoe with tacks stuck all in his face. His forehead at least.
Probably made it look better, to be honest.
There's an awful lot of tacks. Less tables than I expected.
There's more tacks in this match than the UK gets on general.
Tacks.
Sorry.
Tacks jokes. You do have Max throwing a handful of tacks, brain, it rhymes, into Briscoe's face and eyes. they basically both end up pincushions completely.
Don't forget the mouthful.
Mouthful of tacks, yeah. I feel like he must have swallowed them. I didn't see them coming out.
Oh no, he did. Max hit him with something, and they kind of fountained out.
I must have looked down at that point.
I think it was so quick, and the light wasn't quite in the right place, so it didn't really shine as they were.
So yeah, the ref had like thick gloves on, so he could do the pin counts without hurting himself.
Max had gloves on.
Max had gloves on. Briscoe did not. Briscoe had not much protection at all.
It's Briscoe. He's used to barbed wire and tables and dog collar chain matches and whatnot.
Yeah, it was a bit mad.
Brutal.
MJF doesn't bleed much from tacks, though.
No.
He definitely had them in him, but there was like a little trickles, but then it went away. Briscoe, on the other hand,
I mean, to be fair, he did get his face rubbed into the tacks.
That sort of opens things up a bit, because they're sharp and small. You don't really get much draw from them otherwise. So, Max Caster. Sorry, wrong Max. MJF.
Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive.
Oh, my brain. He gets a table into the ring and gets 2 more bags of tacks and pours them onto the table because he didn't have enough tacks before, apparently. But Briscoe manages to hit a froggy bow onto MJF through this table covered in tacks. Then he hits another froggy bow.
They just flew everywhere as well. It was brutal.
Yeah, it went everywhere. And then Mark Briscoe hits a J Driller, his brother's finishing move, which he said he wanted to do to MJF.
Into the tacks.
Into the tacks. Just assume everything's into the tacks.
Every bit of offense inside the ring in this match involved tacks.
Yeah, there's like literally no way they couldn't. So after the J Driller, Mark is able to pin MJF for the win. Mark Briscoe. He
was very close to the ropes. I thought he was going to go for the... Oh, wait, never mind. Because that's obviously an MJF tactic, isn't it? So.
Yeah, going for the ropes.
Yeah, brutal and brilliant I put on this. Because I really enjoyed that. It
was really good.
The whole MJF being like, I want none of this. That is petrifying me. And then just fully embracing it and just rubbing Briscoe's face in it. And the Alabama slams into the tacks. My God, it was nuts.
It's really good.
In terms of predictions, you predicted Briscoe, I predicted MJF, so you got that one right.
I'm winning.
So far. Let's see how long that lasts.
This is very unusual.
Let's see how long it lasts.
We did have a little bit of filler.
What's the you have the luck of your friends. Let's hope they last tonight. Two Towers. Ghibli. Yeah. Let's hope they last tonight.
Gotta get some Lord of the Rings references in. Tiny bit of filler. There's a very strange DraftKings ad with Tony Storm. I didn't really get it, but it made me laugh, so that works. And then they went to a segment from Wednesday.
After September to Remember.
Yes, after September to Remember. We're in the parking lot with Jerry Lynn, Anthony Bowens, and Max Caster. So Jerry Lynn is trying to get them to be friends again, saying that they were always stronger together. And he tells them that he's booked them for a tag match on next Wednesday, I believe it was.
Dynamite, exactly. Yeah.
I can't remember. I couldn't catch the name of the team he said they were against.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
But the key thing is he's booked them for a tag match when they hate each other right now. Yes. But he said that if it's up to them then, if they show up for work or not. If they don't show up, they get suspended.
Without pay.
Without pay. So we'll see what happens.
Keep going. I'm gonna keep scrolling and see if I can find it. Keep going.
So our next match is the Hurt Syndicate versus Ricochet and Gates of Agony, GOA, I suppose, who seem halfway through this match and on their shorts to have gained a new team name of The Demand. So it wasn't, as far as I remember, as far as I noticed, wasn't mentioned as part of their entrance. They were introduced as Ricochet and GOA. Yes. But then halfway through the match, the commentators started to refer to them as The Demand. It's like, okay. And then we noticed it was on their trunks.
Yeah, I think it's on the knee pads.
I've been trying to work out what, because they had at the back of the shorts, there was a D. I was like, what's that for? What does that mean?
Dick.
Oh, no, it's The Demand,
I know.
apparently. I wasn't saying this.
It's a shame they're not called some of the B, because you put a B on there, and it's like, what does that stand for? Bold.
Bold, yes.
The Baldies. Oh, wait, no, that's an ACCW tag.
But we'd said in our predictions, you're speculating whether MJF would actually be in this.
No, MVP.
MVP, sorry. Start with N. I'm halfway through a Red Bull and it's not helping. Sorry.
We're not sponsored. Don't say that.
Okay, unbranded energy drink. I don't know. So we were speculating whether MVP would be part of this match or if it was a sort of a red herring and someone else would come in. But he was part of the match, and man, can he still go.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that.
He's great. He's like still trim, still
One might say he was the MVP of the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, I mean, both teams in this match were seamless in their teamwork. Faultless, really.
Yeah, MVP looked really strong, and I'm glad for it. I'm surprised, but I'm really glad for that.
It's like he doesn't wrestle full time, but he does still wrestle. So it's nice to see that under the lights of a premium live event. Sorry, pay-per-view. Wrong company.
We don't cover them anymore because they've gone crap.
Yeah,
we're wasting our time with that junk.
But yeah, you still like. Here there is.
We watch the Wrestle Per Winners. Not the Wrestle Paloozers.
As I was saying, there's no he doesn't miss a step.
No.
Basically.
No, he looked really strong, which is great.
So yeah, excellent match. Really enjoyed it. Great showing from both teams, full of action. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I was surprised how much I enjoyed this actually. It kind of and it's not the fair likening, but it kind of felt like this was kind of just a filler match.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Obviously, there is storyline to it, and there's been a build-up to it, but it didn't feel like there was enough on the line or enough at stake.
Yeah.
But it didn't play off like that.
No, absolutely. So we end up having Lashley and Benjamin are in a bit of a brawl on the outside with like Bishop Khan and the other one.
Toleona,
thank you. So they end up like crashing through the timekeeper's area, and
I think so they were in a bit of a fight, and then they kind of cannonball Toleona into the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah,
which kind of looked a bit odd.
It did. They were sort of meant to be flinging him, but it didn't really look like it would have made any difference.
Yeah, he should have just done it himself.
Pretty much, just run. He's fine. So, but unfortunately, this leaves MVP on his own in the ring, stranded.
Yes.
You have then Ricochet and Bishop Khan in the ring with him. He's got no chance at this point. Ricochet hits him with the spirit gun and pins MVP for the win. And Lashley and Benjamin cannot do anything about it because
they're out to it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We did pick Hurt Syndicate to win this match, so we both got that winning correct.
A really good way to get the win.
This isn't over, not by a long shot.
No, not at all. And it had to be MVP that got pinned. It's really hard to think of him at this point as a weak link, but in a team of massive powerhouses, someone's got to be the weak link.
But you know now that MVP is going to feel really guilty about that. He's going to lead the story further onwards. Does that mean there is someone waiting in the wings that he's going to supplant him in to replace him in trios matches?
Yeah, they need a third man. And who could it be?
I feel that MVP is really going to take this one to heart.
Probably. Good stuff. But I don't think Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are going to hold it against him.
No.
Some teams would.
Some teams would. They won't. MVP will hold it against himself.
Yeah.
So.
Next match.
Bless it.
Our next match is for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Mone defending against Riho. This is a pretty good match.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed this. Mone's entrance weirded me out a bit. She just had a bunch of topless men wearing the belts.
If you're going to do that, make sure they got, like, physique.
Yes, like the ones at the front were they had like abs and stuff, but the ones at the back were like skinny dudes.
Just pasty white dudes.
They've clearly like put them in order they wanted, and it's like, oh no. It doesn't look great. And they don't do anything, they just stand there with the belts on, and one of them says Queen on it.
I was just thinking that.
Like, oh. Imagine being told you're gonna be on the pay-per-view, my friend.
Like, yes!
You're gonna stand still and wear a women's title.
I can do that.
With topless.
Okay.
Behind some really fit guys.
Okay. I'm just going to have the word Queen in massive letters. Can I speak to my lawyer, please? I want to speak to my agent.
That's so funny. Like the commentator's like, this is a really creative entrance.
Taz, come on, mate. Come on, mate.
I feel like he had to have been trolling. But...
Get your lips off of Mone's rear end. Seriously.
So funny.
But I digress.
We digress. This was a pretty good match. Riho starts so dominant, which made my heart sink a little, because it's that sort of...
never a good sign.
She's getting the only offense in for the first, 5-10 minutes. Like, well, she's going to lose. But she looked really strong with it.
Yeah.
She had started off with, loads of pin attempts, which is really difficult to get those early pin attempts, those roll-ups with the weight difference between Mone and Riho is risky, but trying to wear her down.
Yeah.
And a lot of foot stomps.
Yeah.
Which, as I was writing it, I was like, what other kind of stomp is there?
Well, double foot stomp or a single foot stomp, I guess.
They just said foot stomps.
Yeah, I know. And then
my brain went a bit then.
One on the canvas, one off the middle rope, one off the top rope, one to the outside, one through a table. I guess there is a lot of variation.
There's a lot, but yeah, she did foot stomps to the outside from the apron and from the Spanish announce desk. No, it was from the
English
regular announce desk because she asked for permission to get on the table, which was Bryan Danielson appreciated.
Yeah, and approved.
Yeah. He said yes, but only once. Yeah, it was great. There's a lot of back and forth in this match. Mone looked all right. She didn't look too bad in this one.
Yeah. But again, it's whoever's in the ring with her is shining her up.
Riho is incredible. There's no one quite like her, I don't think.
No, I don't think there is.
Getting distracted because I can hear Rags meowing in the background somewhere. But it's all good. Anyway, after a really vicious back and forth, Mone distracts the ref and manages to gouge at Riho's eyes, because of course she can't get a win without spoilers. Without a bit of shenanigans going on. But then she hits the moneymaker, pins Riho to win, and retains the TBS championship.
Yeah. So you predicted Riho to win this one.
I did.
And I predicted Mercedes Moné to win this one.
So you got that one.
So we're back on even footing.
Hey. Yeah, good stuff. Our next
one? I would rather Riho win, but
yeah. Yeah, me too. But it'll happen eventually. Someone will beat Moné.
Yeah.
And then
I think it could be Hikaru Shida.
Mm,
I reckon Hikaru Shida is going to make a comeback soon.
Maybe. That'll be interesting. It'll be good to see. Our next match then is for the AEW Unified Championship. We have Konosuke Takeshita, Kazuchika Okada, and Mascara Dorada. So I can't remember. I can never remember where to put the emphasis, but it's mascara, not mascara, like the eye makeup.
It's mascara.
Mascara is
Leviosa.
Mascara.
Dorada.
This was a great match. I loved this match. It was absolutely non-stop. I don't know. I haven't seen as much of Dorada as I have the other guys.
Same.
So in my head, with my uneducated brain that only works on things that I know, I was worried that Dorada would be like a spare part, a bit of a he's the one that gets pinned, so no one else looks weak kind of thing. But he's amazing. He's so good. He really held his own against these guys, even though he's smaller.
A lot smaller.
And doesn't have potentially the same strength. But it's just a tribute to Lucha, isn't it? How you don't just have to be strong and big to win stuff.
It's from the offset as well, because they're having Okada and Takeshita kind of having that face off, and they kind of shove Dorada aside, and he's like, nope, comes back in again. The other one shoves him out of the way, and then Dorada just goes full tilt, just as beating the hell out of them. And it's like, what's going on? This is crazy.
He's pretty much like, he's the main player for a lot of this match, so he's taking on both guys separately, so they don't get much time together, which is sort of, I guess, what people want to see.
You usually switch out across the three. It was just Mascara, Dorada with Okada, and then Okada would get thrown out, and then it'd be Dorada and Konosuke, and then Konosuke would get thrown out, and then Okada would be back in, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on?
What a good showcase for this guy.
That's wild.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He does, it sort of flips a little bit when Takeshita hits Dorada with a brainbuster on the ramp. It sort of puts him out of the picture a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, he comes back. He manages to hit both Okada and Takeshita with a Hurricane Rana at the same time.
From the top, yeah. Insane.
So it's all this back and forth, and Takeshita and Okada are both like amazing in themselves. So this is one to watch. It's excellent. Getting to the finish. Unfortunately, it's Dorada that takes the finish.
I mean, that was always going to be the way.
It was, yeah. So Okada hits him with the Rainmaker and pins him to win.
I think Takeshita hits him with Raging Fire as well, but Okada kind of intercepts it, if I remember rightly.
So they're both involved.
Yeah.
There were a lot of Rainmaker attempts by Okada at Takeshita, but he knows him too well.
Yeah.
He's going to stop it every time.
Some of the knees, and oh my god, some of it was just brutal.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. In terms of predictions, we both predicted Okada to retain, and we both got that one correct.
You did at the end of this match. You had Takeshita and Okada sort of facing off in the ring. Don Callis is trying to calm him down. It looks like Okada raises the belt, which is his right.
Hey, you won
but
the match,
it sort of could be seen as rubbing it in Takeshita's face a bit, so Takeshita storms out, basically.
But Don Callis is kind of like...
Yeah. He's
trying to keep the peace.
Trying to keep the peace. We'll see.
Not very well.
Where this goes.
Let's be honest.
I don't think peace is in Don Callis' nature.
From a guy that used to be called the Jackal? No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Our next match then, talking about peace.
Speaking of flipping the script.
We have our coffin match. Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley. So talking of peace, rest in peace. It's terrible. I'm awful at things. This was a brutal match, really impactful.
That was a brutal comment.
Yep. Kind of exactly what you'd expect from Moxley and Darby Allin in a coffin match together. I hadn't clocked with me that Moxley's never been in a coffin match. Like,
No.
They are quite rare, so it kind of makes sense. But it felt like he should have been in one before.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
But apparently not. Moxley doesn't get his full entrance, which, I mean, fair enough. It's always really long anyways.
Yeah.
But Darby attacks him while he's still coming through the crowd, and hits a coffin drop from the stands, which is starting off as you mean to go on.
Oh.
Mike's playing with stuff now. Excuse any noises.
He's okay.
He's okay.
Good boy, Rags.
So the match just goes from chaos to chaos, I suppose.
More chaos.
There's 2 coffins, and one of them, well, they both end up just caved in, the lids, because of various slams and hits on top of them. And... Moxley at one point, he gets Shafir to loosen the bottom rope. And the view is to get one of the coffins into the ring. So the whole crew comes down. You've got Claudio, you've got Wheeler Yuta, and good old Danny.
Danny boy.
They get the coffin into the ring, and then Moxley dismisses everyone, including Shafir. So he wants to do it himself.
I got this. I can do this.
We had a bit of a reminder that Danielson had spoken to Darby in advance of the match, had a bit of a pep talk, I suppose, and said something private to him that he wouldn't say. And it is sort of revealed, I suppose we assume, as Danielson slides a duffel bag to Darby Allin at one point, and within it is a plastic bag.
I'm not sure if it was one or multiple.
It might have been multiple, which harkens back to Moxley trying to end Danielson's life with said plastic bag or a similar.
At Wrestle Dream last October.
So following that, Darby uses the bag, tries to suffocate Moxley, and also stomps his head in at the same time, or kicks his head in, I suppose.
Yes, much like Bryan Danielson would.
So a definite sort of nod to him. So we assume that's what he wanted. He does.
Because he did say he wouldn't get involved. He promised Darby would not get
Promised
involved.
he wouldn't get involved.
But this is a way for him to be a part of the match still.
And to get a bit of revenge without doing anything more than slide a bag. So after that, Darby manages to get Moxley into the coffin, when out comes Pac. He's back, and he's cut his hair.
He's cut his hair. He had a really baggy shirt on, which was odd.
Yeah, he looks so different with the short hair.
With a top on.
And a top, yes. But he's back, which is great, because he's amazing.
I can't remember what his injury was.
No, I can't remember. It's been a while, isn't it?
It's been a while.
So Pac sorts Darby out, beats him down, puts him into a body bag, puts him in the body bag into the coffin. Moxley is still pretty much out of it, but has the wherewithal to kick the lid closed, ending the match. Jon Moxley wins.
Yeah. We predicted Darby Allin to win this one.
Yeah.
Didn't get that one right.
Nope. But Moxley had help. So.
Yes. I think if Pac hadn't intervened, I think Moxley would not have won that match.
No.
Not by a long shot. Not with that pipe he was brandishing around.
Oh, yes, the pipe. I forgot he had a pipe.
Which saved Darby a few times.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, great match. Really enjoyed it.
It's great.
It
was amazing, as expected.
The plastic bag thing, I mean, seeing it the first time when it was Bryan Danielson, it felt like, oh, that's too much. But I think I'm desensitized to it now because I was like, yeah, cool.
So what's worse, that or the fork?
I think the bag's worse because that can actually end someone's
So I just know that my friend Rich is going to be like, forks don't belong in this.
Yeah,
it's a coffin match, mate. It's a coffin match.
Yeah, there was also a fork, by the way. Yeah, really enjoyed it. It was good stuff.
Really good.
A couple more little bits of filler. There's an ad for Wrestle Dream, which is on October the 18th. So that's the next pay-per-view.
4 weeks ago? Around 4 weeks away, something like that.
And then we went to the Conglomeration and Roderick Strong. Conglomerating in the back. Mark Briscoe celebrating that he won his match.
Bloody.
And looking forward to the future.
Face, God.
I know, he's still pulling Tacks out of him.
He says something about MJF being a prick in his ass, and Willow, or no, it was Harley, I think it was, pulls out a Tack, and he's like,
pretty much.
Or he said something, he shouts something, and then the Tack falls out of his mouth as well. It's like, what's going on right now?
He's just leaning right into it. But he's calling out next the Don Callis family.
Unfinished business.
In a 6-man tag with himself, Hologram, and a mystery opponent.
And before they even mentioned that, I said, "Who's Kyle on the phone to?"
Yes, Kyle O'Reilly is on the phone to someone. There's too many Kyles.
I
know. So Briscoe asks him, "Is he ready to come back or something? Or is he in?"
Is he in?
And O'Reilly says, he says whatever. And then they all do the thumb. So, Orange Cassidy? If it's not Orange Cassidy, then that's just mean.
We're speculating it's Orange Cassidy because the match graphic says mystery partner.
Yes, but all the clues point towards it being Orange Cassidy.
Would you be Chuck Taylor now?
Would be someone completely out of the blue.
And then at the end of the match, Orange Cassidy will come back. Sorry guys, I was late.
It could happen.
That's why, yeah, I can envision that.
Fun times. Next match.
Yep.
For the Women's World Championship, Timeless Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter, Tekla, and Chris Statlander.
Well, they're all versing each other.
Yeah,
it's not Toni Storm versus.
I didn't want to say versus so many times. This is another excellent match.
Yes.
It was just really good. Chris Statlander has new music. Not bad. It's nice. And before the match starts, Wheeler Yuta is in her corner, sort of saying positive things, and she's just staring blankly forwards. Hard to tell if she's taking it in or just trying to ignore. But we'll see. But this was great. All 4 of these women are such good wrestlers. I really enjoyed this. It was another non-stop action match. Good stuff.
I thought it didn't fit as hard as I was expecting.
Yeah,
I thought it was maybe a bit too choreographed.
Could be, yeah.
I think there was something that I wouldn't say was missing, but something that just didn't quite gel right for me.
Okay.
Not to say it's a bad match at all, but there was something that just, I don't know, there was something not, and I haven't put my finger on it yet.
You have to think about it.
I think it's just that it looked a bit too choreographed.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It does tend to be the women's matches quite often, not always, seem to have a little bit more of a choreographed look to them. Good stuff. What have we got? It looked like Statlander's sort of least dominant for most of it. She seemed to be sort of not getting much offense in, taking a bit more punishment than some of the others at some points. But then we come to the end, and we have Tekla and Jamie Hayter fighting on the apron.
Don't forget the massive spider suplexes.
Lots of spider suplexes, yes. So Toni Storm's attention is on Tekla and Jamie Hayter. Chris Statlander creeps in behind and manages to roll Storm up and pin her to win.
Puts in the seatbelt.
Yeah, seatbelt. Yeah. Chris Statlander wins.
So, in terms of predictions, you predicted Toni Storm.
I did.
I predicted Chris Statlander.
You were so surprised.
I was surprised because I didn't think I'd be right.
Amazing.
But I nailed that one right on its head.
You did.
Just like MJF did with Briscoe and the Tacks.
As soon as Statlander got the pin, the crowd straight away went into a "You deserve it" chant. It was like instant. And that says a huge amount. I
just love the camera because she pinned her, then she let her go, and she retreated to the corner, and she was like, and Toni Storm in the foreground was like,
yeah, Toni Storm clearly in shock for the whole thing. She was sort of like on her way back up the ramp, kept like stopping and looking back. I was like,
but she did kind of,
yeah. And the way Toni Storm went into this match in the lead up to it, it was very much, if I lose at this point, any of these women deserve it.
Yeah.
So
and as I said in my predictions in the predictions video, if anyone's, I think it's Toni Storm, Chris Statlander, because she's literally been there week in, week out.
Yeah,
Tekla is great, but she's still quite new to the company. And Jamie Hayter's really only just returned properly, so I think she needs a bit more time to build herself back up again. Yes, she's over. Yes, she's hard hitting, but I still think she needs a bit more time to build herself up. I think Cristana was definitely the right way to go with this.
Yeah, absolutely.
As per my prediction, and I still can't believe I got that right.
Wait.
I really can't. But that does mean
win.
I'm now ahead of you again. Boom.
Harley Cameron comes out to celebrate with Statlander. Yeah. It's a nice moment. They're hugging.
I was wondering if the Death Riders would turn up.
Yeah, it will be very interesting to see if their interests are piqued even more now that she's a champion. We'll see.
And she's the first woman to hold the TBS and AEW Women's Championships. Very true.
Amazing.
Saturday Night Fever, indeed.
Saturday Night Fever.
So yeah, just on the prediction of that one, I got that one correct. Leanne did not.
Don't rub it in.
I'm just getting that in again because I still can't believe I got that right.
Oh, okay. Our next match then. For the AEW World Tag Team Championships, we have a ladder match with the Young Bucks, Brodido, Jet Speed, and the team of Josh Alexander and Hechicero of the Don Callis family. Hand signals.
Next time Hechicero's on one of these, you have to introduce him like one of Don Callis' introductions.
Oh no. That would be a very bad idea. This was another. Well, I mean, how is this not going to be a good match?
This was nuts.
Crazy, so much stuff going on. A lot of very painful moves through ladders,
on tables,
and painful looking. Yeah, tables as well, of course. I keep saying things are non-stop, but the whole show is non-stop.
That's the whole point, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a signature of AEW pay-per-views. Is the action just keeps
frenetic.
Going.
Yeah, you don't want filler upon filler upon filler with a 5-minute match with another 20-minute filler. You know, it's yeah.
There were like a few moments you always get in ladder matches where you're like, why didn't you just climb the ladder? You could have probably won. But it all felt like it was very much you could feel it's because people got caught up in the moment. There was sort of felt like organic reasons for them. I don't know, but
Brodido was right on the top and he was right by the belts, and so he decided that
It's
it was quite, and even the commentator said that. They said Bandito got caught up in the moment, and that's why he's doing this. Like, he could just turn around and grab the belt, but he's caught up in the moment.
No, it's quite often in a ladder match, it sort of doesn't feel like it makes sense, but this was very organic. You can tell these guys are pros. Although, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, they said that out of all these teams, only the Young Bucks had been in a ladder match before. None of the others have. Really interesting.
I mean, Josh Alexander and Hechicero haven't really tagged that much. So that makes sense. Jet Speed have only just started tagging. That makes sense. And so is Brodido, actually. Yeah.
Team as well, even though they're
I'd imagine that Brodido's probably had some ladder matches somewhere, but not in AEW.
Yeah, they've probably been in separately as well, but not as a team. Makes sense.
Brody King definitely has, because he was in the trios one at All In last year in Wembley.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, they mean them as teams. But the Young Bucks would be, but then most of the other teams are quite new.
Statistic, maybe.
A little bit.
No, good stuff. We had the Young Bucks teaming up with Hechicero and Josh Alexander.
Their ongoing kind of partnership, shall we say, with the Don Callis family?
Sort of that kind of thing. So they do quite a few things together. But then you've got Young Bucks are in the ring and they're sort of calling the shots. You got Hechicero, Josh Alexander sort of setting up the others on tables for moves on the outside, and then all of a sudden Young Bucks break from the partnership and just rush up the ladders while everyone's kind of busy. Doesn't work, but it's a good attempt.
It's a totally Young Buck thing to do as well. So
yep. We had Bandito at one point at the top of the ladder, nearly at the belts, and the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander and Hechicero pick the whole ladder up, walk it across the ring, and just tip Hechicero.
It was Kevin Knight, wasn't it?
Sorry.
I think it was Kevin Knight.
Oh, was it Kevin Knight?
Yeah, I think it was Kevin Knight that was doing
that. My bad. I had the wrong person.
But
yeah, they tipped him out onto the tables.
90% certain it was Kevin Knight.
Onto...
Yeah, because there's 2 tables set up, a ring set, which we missed. I don't remember seeing those being set up.
No, I don't remember those being set up.
All of a sudden it's like crunch. Oh, you just went through 2 tables? When did they get there? Oh, okay.
But yeah, so non-stop, lots of ladders, tables, pain.
Yeah. And it's just a great show for all teams, I think.
Absolutely.
There was that Dante's Inferno on the ladder by Brody onto Jet Speed as well.
Yes, and the ladder just like sprang back up.
That was brutal.
The amount of, I don't know, the brutality of it.
What was the one that Jet Speed did with his knees? He caught his knees or something on the tables.
I can't remember what the move was, but it was from the ladder.
He went for the. I think he was the
in
flipping
between.
knees thing off the ladder onto the one that was. It's hard to explain. You have to watch the match.
But yeah, definitely some bruises.
If he hasn't bruised his knees or his shins at that point, I'd be surprised if not worse.
So we've got Bandido sort of on the turnbuckle, ready to flip onto some people on the outside. Brody hangs him a ladder, and he flips with the ladder.
Oh God, to the outside,
I think it's the Callis family on the outside. Takes them out.
That was nasty.
That sort of leads to Bandido being able to get up the ladder in the ring and pull down both belts for a win. I think
Brody was holding the ladder as well, kind of protecting
it. He was making sure no one else came in.
Bandido grabbed the one down, and he was like, "Oh, almost fell," because the ladder was kind of rocking. Like the next shot, you see Brody holding it,
keeping it steady. So yeah, Brody to retain the tag team championships,
which we predicted. Boom.
Following the match, the Young Bucks are left in the ring, being sad because they lost. And in comes Jack Perry. Jack Perry comes in, slides in, attacks the Young Bucks.
Well, he kind of they try and sort of extend a hand of friendship and whatnot, and then he kind of gives him the finger.
The Young Bucks then take him down, line him up for the BTE trigger, and Jack Perry smiles, and then the lights go out.
Just as before that, because the commentators were mentioning something about BTE being the elite on YouTube, where Jack Perry sent them a knife, and it says something about a note of next time for the next time you're going to stab me in the back.
So while the lights are out, we get a little video package of Jack Perry digging out a grave, dragging a coffin in a car, and setting up some crazy science experiments or something.
Which we've seen before.
Yeah, they revive. And there is Killswitch.
Yeah.
Being revived.
The crowd goes nuclear.
Lights come out. You got
but I said, when
ring.
we saw that video, I can't remember if it was on Collision or Dynamite or on pay-per-view, but we saw that, I said, that looks like Jack Perry.
Yeah.
The way he's moving, he's got the denim jacket on that Jack Perry wears. I said, that's Jack Perry.
Called it.
I called that like a month and a half ago.
So Killswitch has like a weight belt kind of thing that has the name Killswitch on it. Takes it off.
Well, he takes down the Bucks first.
He does take down the Bucks first. My bad. Takes it off, throws it into the crowd after Jack Perry's instruction. So Luchasaurus is back.
And then Jungle Express music hits. Or the Jungle Boy. But I really hope they're not going to start calling him Jungle Boy again.
No.
I want it to be just Jack Perry.
Yeah, I think it should be. But it was a great moment for the crowd to be singing along and just celebrating that Luchasaurus is back, like we've wanted for so long. It's good.
That's going to feud with Nick Wayne and his little tribe. It's a little tribe.
Take
Mother
him out.
Wayne and Kip Sabian.
A little bit of filler adjacent. We do have the same DraftKings ad as before. Shame there wasn't a second one, but I don't care about DraftKings anyway.
It was a long show, so
it's fine. And then we have the Death Riders.
Oh yeah.
Backstage with the coffin that Darby's in. Moxley sends everyone away, including he's trying to send the cameraman away. But before the cameraman leaves, the coffin opens. Darby has somehow got out of the body bag. He's got a steel pipe, and he's attacking Moxley.
Well, Moxley had it in his throat for a minute.
Yeah. Painful. Darby, after attacking, gets Moxley into the body bag and then sprays it with some lighter fluid stuff and sets it on fire.
You want to burn me? I'll burn you.
Security are on it today, though.
Darby looked feral. His eyes were like wide.
Madness.
Yeah.
Security were way on it. They were straight up there with a fire extinguisher and dragged Darby away.
God, that was nuts.
It's great.
So are we going to get either blood and guts, okay, or are we going to get some sort of Inferno match? Wow,
Inferno
this is
so
far
risky.
from over. This is clearly far from over.
Absolutely.
The only way this ends is by Darby Allin being in a literal body bag 6 foot under.
You know what it said on the table that Darby's coffin was on? It's not over till you're in the ground.
That's it, yeah. That's it.
Isn't that right? Well, it's time for your favourite part of the show. Leanne signs up the pay-per-view. Leanne signs up the pay-per-view.
Get the Pierre out of here.
Not a lot of signs this time, I'm afraid. The signs that I did write were all pretty much right at the start. So then there we go. We go with it. At least there were signs, and we don't have to cause my sign any more problems. So in the third place, Father of the Year, obviously referring to Christian Cage, Father of the Year. Second place, Triple Nose Fears TK, which took me a minute.
No. Let's be honest. I had to explain it.
You did have to explain it to me. I knew that Triple Nose referred to Triple H.
Yes.
But I didn't know why, other than he has a big nose. And then I found out that is the entire reason. So it's all good. And then in the first place for this occasion, You Think You Know He's an A-hole. Which it's just like the perfect team sum up. So yeah, if you are the proud owner of that sign, or you know who is, drop us a DM or a DM. Who uses that? Drop us a note in the comment, and we'll get you.
Do not be sliding into my wife's DMs.
And thank you for watching. The Ann signs of the pay-per-view. The Ann signs of the pay-per-view. And you know what that means?
What's that?
It's time for the main event. For the AEW World Championship, practicing. For the AEW World Championship, Kyle Fletcher versus Hangman Adam Page, with the stipulation that if the Don Callis family interfere at all, Kyle Fletcher has to relinquish his TNT.
Well, I think it's more he's stripped of it.
Stripped of it.
It's a punishment.
There is no choice.
It's
in
a punishment.
The matter.
If you relinquish something, you're kind of having to do it.
Yeah.
But if you stripped of it because of I think stripped of is a better terminology for it.
This was a great match. It was the longest match of the show.
Nearly 40 minutes.
We did get the half-hour remaining sort of announcement in this 60-minute match, or 60-minute time limit. It didn't go the full 60.
Yeah.
But it was quite long. But what a match! They left everything in the ring.
And bits of it outside too.
Yeah, bits of it outside. They used a lot of outside. It was one of those. A couple of matches on this show have been like this, where you don't want to kind of look down to make notes because you don't want to miss something. So it was really one of those. You get dead eyes through the table. There are a lot of dead eyes and
a lot of brainbusters.
I don't know how these people still have skulls
or necks or shoulders or.
There is an awful lot of attention to Page's neck because he took a brainbuster through a table in advance of the show. So it's definitely a target. There was a point where Kyle Fletcher's trying to get the kinesio tape off, but I think it's pretty strong stuff.
Yeah, so. I don't think he get his fingers under it to grab it, so to get him to sweat a little bit more.
Yeah. We do see Hangman hitting a V-trigger and also going for one-winged angel, but Fletcher fights out of it.
So good.
But what a great tribute to Kenny Omega.
Who was taken out by a brainbuster through a table.
Exactly. So it's like his little, this is for you, Kenny, but without saying it and sounding weird.
Patronizing?
Yeah. Exactly. But this is amazing. From start to finish, it's one of those matches. It's always like, these shows are pretty long. I mean, a 4-hour show is really long. And for me, I'm sort of flagging towards the end. But I was downing my Red Bull, so I didn't miss anything, you know?
Well, what feels longer, Leanne? A 5-hour AEW pay-per-view or a 3-hour WWE PLE?
Honestly, the 3-hour, because there's no matches to keep you going.
Fella!
It's like, at least with this, it's just the action that keeps you invested and keeps you
it's frenetic, it's constant, it's always moving, yeah. And the thing is with the AEW model, is still a pay-per-view model.
Yeah.
They're not whoring themselves out to every network to try and put their things onto a different thing and have to do 3 different sign-ups just to watch one event. But the thing is, obviously, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because it's a pay-per-view model. If I'm paying to watch this event, I don't want to see an hour's worth of filler.
Nope.
I want to see constant action. I want to see a long run time. I want to get my money's worth out of it. And that's what AEW provides every single time. And
particularly for we've probably gone into it before, but people who are actually in the arena watching, while that filler's going on for people at home, nothing is happening in the
Correct.
arena.
Correct.
So they're just sat there drinking, I suppose, some of them.
You gotta drink these days, watch WWE,
But the AEW shows, there's like, it's when we've been to the actual shows, you've had to like figure out how on earth you're meant to take a toilet break because you don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
very careful timing.
So it is a long show. I was flagging a bit, but I didn't want to miss anything, and I really enjoyed this match. What a main event!
Yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah, both guys just gave a showing as to why they're in the main event.
Absolutely. So fittingly, at the end, we have Hangman hitting a brainbuster on Kyle Fletcher off the ropes of the corner. And then he hits a buckshot lariat, pins Kyle Fletcher, wins, retaining the AEW World Championship.
I suppose after a couple of dead eyes, especially onto the table.
Yeah, there were a few dead eyes.
Yeah. No, that was great. And I feel this on my notes. It's like when they refer to a match as pure cinema, I think that's what that was.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And this had so many peaks. I wouldn't say troughs because that's not the right term because it didn't drag. But they would had the baseline, then it peaks, and then we go back to a half peak, and then back to a peak, and then back to baseline. Yeah. And then back to another peak. And it was constant. It never dipped down. It never went below the baseline. It always kept motion. It always kept flowing. And that's one of the best things about it. And it was nice to see the Don Callis family not get involved for a change.
Yeah, that was quite refreshing.
And I legit thought that at one point, Bryan Danielson and Don Callis were going to get into it because they were...
So both on commentary and both obviously rooting for a different guy, pretty much.
There's a point where Hangman kicked out of, I want to say it was a brainbuster, and Don Callis thought it was 3, and Bryan Danielson's like, he kicked out on the top of his voice. Excited. But he kicked out, Don. He kicked out. You must be so upset. And it looks like Don Callis is staring a hole through him, and it's like, oh god, these guys are going to go at it in a minute. In terms of predictions, we both predicted Hangman Adam Page to retain.
Yeah.
So we both got that correct.
It's a really good end to the show.
Yeah, that was great. It was such a great show. We haven't seen the competition show yet.
No.
But I have heard it was dire.
We'll see.
Maybe not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We've got some stuff going on tonight, so we'll see.
We'll find some time.
Yeah, we'll find some time.
We can fast forward through all the filler because we don't need it.
Yeah, so that's the reactions to the entire event. Obviously, we did quite well with the predictions, to be fair. What was your least liked match?
I feel like a bit bad, but it is exactly Big Bill versus Eddie Kingston.
Agreed.
For the reasons that we mentioned, it could have been a lot more. But it still serves its purpose, and it's great to see Eddie Kingston back.
I feel that they probably could have gone down a slightly different track with this one.
Yeah.
Instead of Big Bill calling people out, Brian Keith wanting to get some action on the go.
Yeah.
Then you would have Brian Keith versus Eddie Kingston instead.
Yeah.
Building up to facing Big Bill. I think that would have been a better way to do it.
Yeah, there could have been, not to say anything bad against...
no.
But a little bit more of an even fight for a first match back kind of thing.
Obviously, Brian Keith's nothing to sniff at either.
No, not at all.
But he is the same kind of size and build almost as Eddie Kingston. I feel that would have been a better fight. But I can kind of see that they wanted Eddie to come in and look strong against Big Bill, but I just don't think they quite necessarily managed to do that.
Missed the mark a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, he still looks strong because he won, obviously, but yeah, I think it was a bit off.
Yeah.
I get the feeling I know what your answer to the next one's going to be, and that is, what was your favourite match?
My favourite match was Takeshita, Okada, and Dorado.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I was watching that entire thing, and as soon as it ended, I was like, how is anything going to follow that?
Yeah, it was insane. Just so well balanced.
So good.
Just keeping you on the edge of your seat. I don't know how you can get 3 wrestlers to have the exact same exposure during a match. Even just that takes a lot. So yeah, definitely the favourite.
Yeah, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. It's going to be interesting where they go from here as well. Obviously, Takeshita did not win, but he did not get beaten. Is he going to try and maybe get a match one-on-one with Okada? Or will Don Callis allow it? They've got to work as a team on Dynamite.
Yes.
With Hechicero against the conglomeration. But I'm kind of anticipating some point down the line, maybe by the end of the year, Okada versus Takeshita one-on-one. And I am all up for that. Now, the only downside of that is that I can't remember when it's happening, but because Takeshita won the G1, he is now eligible for an IWGP Heavyweight Championship match against. So Destruction's coming up, and you're going to see Ren Narita taking on Zack Sabre Jr. for that title. I fully expect Zack Sabre Jr. to win it. I will be gladly happy. I will be gladly surprised if Ren Narita wins it, because I love me some House of Torture.
Yeah.
I think Zack Sabre Jr. is going to win it, but the winner of that match goes on to fight Takeshita. And I'm pretty sure it's in October at some point.
Okay. Interesting.
So I don't know if we'll get that one-on-one prior to that or not.
Yeah.
But what if, and this just pinged in my head, what if Takeshita tells Zack Sabre Jr. he wants the match at Wrestle Dream?
Could be.
Takeshita winning the IWGP Heavyweight Championship? Oh my god, that would be nuts. Because then it's like almost giving the middle finger to Okada. Yeah. I've got the world title for New Japan. You've got a unified title. That's not a world title. And it kind of is, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, the unified title is not the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
No. It's on the scale of titles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the rivalry is strong already.
I really think this is Takeshita's time to become a champion in New Japan.
Yes.
And he's going to go for Zack Sabre Jr. to do it.
Ooh, exciting stuff.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what's coming up next in our AEW calendar, Leanne?
So next, like we said earlier, is Wrestle Dream, October 18th. So we will be...
Like 4 or 5 weeks away, something like that.
So we'll be here with our predictions for that a few days in advance, and then our reactions soon afterwards.
Yes, yeah.
So
we're hoping to get these out on the Sunday, but unfortunately, as I said, we've got some stuff going on later on, so we can't.
Life gets in the way.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But yeah, we will be back for that. We will have other videos going up in between, so check those out. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and being with us. We appreciate you so much. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we drop new videos. Follow us on our socials. Our link tree is in the description below, which takes you to Facebook, Instagram and X. You can leave us a comment there or in the comments down below and let us know what your favourite match is. What do you see coming next for Eddie Kingston? Could be anything. Could be anything.
Who do you think is going to take down Mercedes Moné for the TBS title?
So many questions. Yeah, let us know your thoughts. We'd love to have a chat. So that's it. So until next time, thank you for watching and dream wrestling, I suppose. Wrestle dream?
Wrestle with your dreams?
Wrestle in your dreams. Bye!
Bullet Club.